Hey y'all, and welcome to Politibrawl. My name is Brian, and do you remember Don Lemon? You know, the guy on CNN who basically made a career out of being beaten time and time again by people who basically had a masterclass in debating on live television. You remember that Don Lemon? Well, here he is in Atlantic City, basically realizing the hard way that he is so far out of the mainstream that he's really just not relevant anymore. See, there was a time where he was respected almost at the same level as people like Jim Lear and Tom Brokaw. But ultimately, what he has to find out the hard way is that after CNN kicked him to the curb, no one seems to remember who this guy is, gives him any respect, and quite honestly, I don't think he deserves it. And at the end of the video, you're going to see him realize just how much of a mistake he's really made. Now, let's go.
We're here in Jersey, Atlantic City. Who do you support?
Trump. I plead the fifth.
Trump for the win.
Tell me why.
I can't really call that right now, but I just feel like she's not good for president. She's good vice, but not for the actual lead role for the country.
Does it have anything to do with being a woman?
No. No, because I feel like women, nah, you're not going to give me that.
Your money's on Harris.
Yeah.
Who do you want?
Trump.
Why don't you like Harris?
She doesn't have any experience.
She's the vice president. She's a senator.
Yeah, no experience. No. She had no experience.
Well, I want Donald Trump. I just feel we need somebody that has a stronger background with the military and the world in general.
She was a prosecutor and an attorney general and a senator and a vice president. You're in a gambling town. Who's your money on?
I'm going to support the Democratic Party, but, I mean, Trump looked like he got it in the bag right now.
4 years ago, it was a lot better. I made a lot more money than I do now.
I know you feel that way, but that's not actually what the record shows. The economy is actually better under Biden. No, I'm serious. That's what the facts show.
CNN?
Okay, you know what?
No, that's not because I watch CNN. Trump or Harris?
Trump.
That's who's going to win.
That's who's going to win.
Who you support?
I support Trump. All the people that came to this country legally, it's not fair that they're letting all 10,000 to 15,000 people or 20,000 people here illegally. Have you seen San Diego? Yeah. They're coming off the boats, off the water right here, off the ocean. Did you know Biden was flying them in? Did you didn't know that?
What do you Canadians think about what's going on here?
We think you're all nuts. We're just watching from afar and just enjoying the show.
This is hilarious. He's trying to trap these people into saying they don't like Kamala Harris, particularly these black men who don't like Kamala Harris. They don't like her because she's a woman. They don't like her because her record is terrible. Because her and Biden's record on the economy is abysmal. And then Don Lemon's out here trying to convince people that, no, that's not true. Of course that man's going to laugh in his face. He's out here trying to pump up Kamala, and by the way, there's apparently you're actually supposed to pronounce it Kamala. No, I refuse. You don't get to tell me how I pronounce things, all right? If you didn't write the Oxford Dictionary, you are J.R.R. Tolkien, you didn't write it, I will pronounce her name Kamala. Or Kamala. Regardless, Don Lemon is out here trying to pump up Kamala Harris. He's out here trying to trap some people, and he's trying to correct them on things that simply aren't true. The economy isn't better under Biden. It has limped along ever since that his stimulus bill basically pushed us over the cliff. Yes, I know Donald Trump printed a lot of money. But unlike the auto bailouts, unlike a lot of the bank bailouts, that money ended up getting repaid. Hey y'all, in case you haven't noticed, this isn't stretching like it used to. As a matter of fact, it's turning more into this. Folks, we are in an inflationary crisis, and that's why this show is sponsored by Colonial Metals Group. The experts led by CEO Paul Stone fully understand the minute details of investing in gold, silver, and other precious metals. They are here to protect your wealth against the insanity that has been Bidenomics and our refusal to stop printing money. And they even have a deal for first-time buyers. Free gold and silver IRA-backed accounts, insured storage for 5 years, up to $7,500 in free silver, and a personal safe to keep all this good stuff. So take a look at their website, link in the description below, or give them a call at this number to see what Colonial Metals Group can do to protect your wealth today. This money won't. The stimulus bills, which, by the way, I love going back to this example. When Barack Obama passed his major stimulus bill, there was a project conducted on a stretch of Highway 41 up north of where I live. And instead of widening the road or adding stoplights or adding any real lanes, it made a bunch of U-turn lanes. It was a complete and total waste of money. That's what a lot of this stimulus bill stuff does. That is one of the two hallmarks of the Biden and Harris administration. The other one is the CHIPS Act, which was a smart bill because a lot of our computer chips are made in Taiwan, and Taiwan's about to get invaded. So we probably need to get ahead of that problem. And so we did. Both parties came together and made a pretty solid bill. I guess they can actually do that when they really need to get something done. But that's not the important part. The important part is inflation is still high. Gas prices have risen $1.50 per gallon. And that's the average, by the way. All right, the average under Trump was like $2.10. The average under Biden and Harris has been about $3.50. All right, that hurts. That hurts the entire economy because our entire economy runs on oil. It is really just that simple. And Don Lemon is out here trying to convince average people in Atlantic City that Kamala Harris is actually going to be better for you? Are you kidding me? That cackling woman who has done more to put black men in prison than anyone since Joe Biden has had an abysmal record as a prosecutor. She has been the most liberal senator. She is now touting price controls and rent controls, a very socialist policy that never works. As a matter of fact, it has the opposite effect. If you think housing is a problem right now, her plans are going to be so bad for the country. And here's where she's basing that on. She's basing this idea under the Obama idea. Barack Obama did a couple of things correct. I will give credit where credit's due. Cash for Clunkers didn't work, but his first-time home buyer actually helped solve a major problem. All right, his policy on that did work to some extent. My own uncle is very grateful for it because he finally had enough money under the Obama administration with this policy to own his own home. So there are some good benefits to certain policies. And again, I just brought up the CHIPS Act. But the policies of the Biden-Harris administration keep on pushing forward are asinine. They actively hurt Americans. And these people, these just regular folks in off the street, understand this. The average person knows what has happened under Joe Biden. And it's only the rich white liberals in their ivory towers, in their gated communities, and their children, who they send off to school to get even more indoctrinated, believe that Biden and Harris are worth anything in the real world. This is a major problem for the Democrat Party, and you know what? Don't interrupt your opponent when they're making a mistake. And they're making a huge one right here, and it's going to continue to get worse for them. Because Kamala Harris really is one of the, she's one of the three people in this country who Donald Trump could easily beat. And that is Hillary Clinton, Joe Biden, and of course, Kamala herself. So I'm glad the Democrats nominated her for some asinine reason, and I can't wait to see what happens at the Democratic National Convention. Shenanigans galore. This is going to be fun. But ultimately, watching Don Lemon just have his lunch money taken from him is something that just gives joy to my heart. Bless your heart, Don Lemon. Don't ever change. Folks, my name is Brian. Hope you enjoyed that segment here on PolitiWorld. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Catch you on the next one, and until then, y'all have a good one.